Bryant to the rim. Whoa.
It's about what, doing it big or going home. I'm focused on my plan, and my mind's in the zone. I wanna be one of the greatest that ever made it, one of the best that did it, coming with it. Understand this is all I think about, all I ever wanna do, all I ever work for. So ain't no giving up, and up to the limit, just to win it is a must.
Now you see what it takes to be on top, don't stop. Now you see what it takes to be on top, don't stop.
Bryant for the win. He is a remarkable talent. I mean, he got into one of those zones, and I've said it many times. It's all right for regular players to get in a zone, but when you're the best player and you get in a zone, that shouldn't be fair. And it wasn't fair.
Access, watch the progress, can't be done, man, I'm the champion.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Worldwide Laker Talk Live. Just wanted to get on and do a quick post-game show. We just saw the Lakers took down the Rockets. It was a pretty good game. I want to get your thoughts on what y'all saw today. I know there was a little concern when LeBron and Rui first came back. It seemed like the guys were a little bit out of sync. It seemed like the guys were having problems getting reconnected. But I feel like we're getting there. Give me your thoughts. Tell me what y'all think. That's what I saw. I think tonight was a good test. It was a game we really needed. A good game, a game against a good team, right? A game against a good team that's on the road that we needed to win. Now it's 1-1. I think it's something like that. And this win and Memphis losing actually bumped us up in the standings a little bit, gave us a little bit of breathing room. I want to know, what are y'all like predictions for how many games do you think the Lakers can win? I'm gonna say I think they could end at 50. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they could end at 50 games. That's what I'm hoping for. They played much better defense today. I still get a little leery when we get like lackadaisical, during the game, because I feel like a lot of times we feel like we got the game in hand, and then we let things get way too close in the end. And I think that's how we ended up, losing that heartbreaker of a game against the Bulls. I feel like we didn't take it serious all the way to the end, and sometimes that's what we need to do. I feel like they did tonight. I feel like they did a better job of staying connected all the way to the end of the game. So that's something that, it was good to see tonight. Luka played a good game. Dorian Finney-Smith had a great game. LeBron with some clutch free throws. And LeBron had a pretty good, decent game. It was like, I felt like it was a good all-around game today. I feel like everybody kind of got involved. Gabe Vincent, we can no longer call Gabe Vincent Captain Cardio. He has been coming through, right? Like, Gabe Vincent has been coming through doing his thing. So listen, I think if these guys continue to grow, they continue to gel. And we knew, I think we felt like it wouldn't, because the games went so well the first time, like when Luka first got here, I think people took for granted that there would still be time that, they needed to kind of meld together, kind of figure each other out. Shout out to my man, Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves has really become that third person for us. He has really become that, I guess, the last part of our big three that we needed. So it's good to see him developing into what he is. I didn't expect it, so I definitely take it. Yeah, man, we own to something. I feel like we own to something. Now, can we win the championship this year? I don't know. I feel like sometimes when Jackson Hayes is out, we just have a big problem rebounding. I feel like we get a little too small at times, when we have LeBron playing the 5, or sometimes got Rui playing the 5. I think our rebounding suffers a lot, but our offense does really, really well in those moments when we have LeBron at the 5. Like, our offense seems to run a whole lot better because LeBron is out of the way at that 4 position. He's at the 5 position. and then you have quicker guards and quicker wings in the game with them, and the defense is a little better because you have Dorian Finney-Smith. Austin Reeves' defense is getting back to what it was last year. I think because he's been doing so much offensively this year, his defense has suffered. But the defense we saw him play in the playoffs against Memphis, I think that's the Austin Reeves we're gonna need if we're gonna be contenders. Actually, like if we're gonna really make noise in the playoffs, we need Austin Reeves to get back to that defense he was playing when we played the Grizzlies. LeBron has been playing better defense since Luka came. I feel like when LeBron thinks his team has a chance to win, he gives a different effort defensively, and I think that's what I've been seeing. So I just wanted to hop on, really talk about it. Lakers beat the Rockets 104-98, 2-game winning streak. Hopefully it'll continue. Like I said, we had that really, really rough patch when the guys came back, because the team had been playing so well without LeBron and Rui. They got connected. I feel like they started knowing where each other liked the ball. I feel like they had built this chemistry while LeBron and Rui was out, right? So, of course, when LeBron comes back, that's going to affect the chemistry. But LeBron and Rui, they came back. LeBron, those first few games, LeBron was super sloppy with the ball. A lot of really, really bad turnovers, especially at the end of that Bulls game. LeBron had some really, really bad turnovers. Rui had some bad turnovers too, but I feel like they're starting to get cleaned up. They're starting to get back into playing shape, getting back acclimated after that time off that they had. Right now, we are 49-27. 49-27, and then we got the Warriors. Who else we got? We got the Warriors, Thunder, Mavericks, and Trailblazers. So I think we can get maybe at least 2 games out of that. So maybe we can win 51 games. Maybe we can hit 51 games. What do y'all think? What do y'all think, chat? I think we can get 51, 52 games. My goal at the beginning of the season was for us to hopefully win 50 games, and I feel like we're going to get there. Yeah, I feel like we're going to get there. So let's see what was going on today. Let's look at today's game. Dylan Brooks, 16 points. Thompson went for 20. They didn't really have nobody get off on us. Like, how, a lot of times there's that one player who we ain't never heard of just get off. Usually, the last 2 times, Sengun was killing us. So we was able to contain Sengun a little bit tonight. Sengun had 14, 6, and 7. So, and I thought Jabari Smith was going to do a little more tonight, but he only did 15 points, but he did have 11 rebounds. But Sengun, that's the one who was killing us. But their highest score was 20 points. So that means we did something pretty decent on the defensive end. But also, that first quarter was ugly. That first quarter, we couldn't hit nothing, both teams. I think the first quarter, we shot 32% from the field and 14% from 3, something terrible. And so you look at the Lakers, and like I said, I feel like tonight we had a good all-around game. I didn't think the team was going to win 50 games this year before the roster changes. I was hopeful, John. I thought we could get to 50, but once we got Luka, I felt confident. After I saw a few games with Luka, I was like, you know what? I think we can really get to 50 games with Luka. After I saw him play, LeBron, and Reeves play together, and I seen the way that they was fitting, because I know a lot of people was worried. I don't know how they're going to fit LeBron and Luka play the same game, which I disagree with. I think, to me, Luka is closer to Harden and Kobe than he is LeBron. And I say that to say, yes, he likes to pass like James Harden. But if you need a bucket in that fourth quarter, no matter how bad Luka been playing, he's going to get you a couple big threes. There have been a couple of games where Luka was terrible the whole game. In the fourth quarter, he came alive and he wanted the ball. We needed somebody who wanted the ball at the end of the game. We needed a closer. So that's why when people say him and LeBron got the same game, I say no, because I feel like Luka is a true closer, and that's what we've been missing. Like the last time we won a championship, when we won in the bubble, if y'all remember, Anthony Davis was actually closing out. He was a closer. I don't know what happened in the year since, him not wanting to be the five. Maybe that's what it was, but he was a closer in the bubble, man. Like he hit that big three over Jokic for, the game winner. In a couple of other games, it was AD that was closing them out. And LeBron closed, I think, the final game. LeBron closed the last game out. But I think we really needed a closer, and I think Luka gives us that for a long time. And I'm excited about what's to come because I feel like bro is only going to get better. Like I feel like we just seeing like the beginning of, the beginning of his potential of what he's going to be. So let's look at what the Lakers did. You had LeBron James. LeBron has 16 points, 8 rebounds. Kind of a quiet game. I think that's the first time in a while he didn't hit 20 points. Rui only had 7 points, but we didn't need much from Rui. Jackson Hayes, 3 points. He didn't give us much tonight either. Austin Reeves gave us 12, 8, and 3. But this is where we won the game. Luka Doncic, 29 and 6. Dorian Finney-Smith, 20 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. Gabe Vincent gave us 20. That's where we won, right? Those guys gave us. And what's going on with Vanderbilt, man? What's going on with Vanderbilt? Dude was like, he couldn't make layups. He missed like 3 or 4 chippies right at the bucket. Like he couldn't buy a basket tonight. I'm hoping he's not hurt again or something is lingering. I'm hoping it was just like a bad night. But the shots he was missing, the way he was missing it looked like he didn't have a lot of lift. And, he was always having foot issues. So I'm hoping it's not a foot issue. I'm hoping it's not something where he needs a lot of lift, where he's losing his lift going into the playoffs. I hope he's healthy. I hope it's not a retread of what he had been dealing with. I feel LeBron's taking a step back and letting AR and Luka cook. I agree, Terrell. I watched this game, and I watched him not feel like he had to touch the ball or bring it up every single time down. And I thought that was big, and I thought that's what we needed because when LeBron gets to be in that slasher spot and that dunker spot, it makes him infinitely more dangerous, in my opinion, than when he's trying to conduct the whole offense. When you got LeBron getting open corner threes or he gets to go in the post all by himself because they can't double, he's dangerous. And that's what he was doing. I think what I like to see about this team, Terrell, I see a lot of basketball IQ, right? I see a lot of plays. Like there's a lot of high IQ guys on the team. Even Gabe Vincent, like they know how to make some really good slick plays at the right time. The way they swinging the ball is getting energy. I love the X's and O's that JJ Redick has been giving these guys, the ATOs, the after timeout plays that they've been running. You know what I mean? I see like a whole new life in regards to the offense that we have and the way we run the offense, right? So I feel like LeBron feel like he can trust AR. He feel like he can trust Luka. So because he has that trust, you're getting to see a different LeBron in regards to like at the end of the game situations. Like I said, he's getting a lot of freebies because he's getting the post by himself. And by the time they come, he's either dumping it, getting it to Rui in that dunker spot or to Jackson Hayes in that dunker spot. Like, there's like a lot of versatility now that we have that I feel like we didn't have with Anthony Davis in regards to the things we can do offensively. And look, y'all know I was a big Anthony Davis guy. I was really sad he was gone, but I feel like Luka actually brings a lot of versatility to us. Facts. We just need Gabe and DFS to consistently hit those threes. Yeah, because they're gonna get them. They're gonna get them all the time. Dorian has been doing better. Gabe, I feel like he's starting to hit his stride because for a while I was worried. Like I was like, Gabe ain't hitting nothing. He was missing everything, but I feel like he's hitting his stride right at the right time, right as we go into the playoffs. And I do feel like Terrell, LeBron probably taking the back seat, trying to keep his body together for the playoffs, trying to get a little rest while he's in the games and stuff, like so he don't have to go as hard, which, that's a great luxury to have because the last 2 seasons, LeBron basically ran himself into the ground. So by the time we got to the Western Conference Finals, or by the time we got to the Nuggets, he was done. You could tell he was gassed. He ain't have nothing left in the tank. at the end of those series the last 2 years. So hopefully, with him being out for the while that he was out, and for, from the injury, and for him not having to play as many minutes and have to run himself into the ground and do everything, I feel like you're gonna get a better showing out of him in this playoffs. At least that's my hope. But like I said, Jared Vanderbilt, he only played 10 minutes tonight, but he had two points and 6 rebounds. But like I said, Vanderbilt should have had 10. And I'm talking about easy, like the stuff that he missed, easy. Connect only got 4 minutes. I know we stacked, but I'm hoping we could find some minutes for Connect, especially those nights we need a little more offense. But I do understand that, they're going to go with the vet guys. You know what I'm saying? I know we're going to go with the vet guys. But Jordan Goodwin, I feel like Jordan Goodwin actually has been taking Dalton Connect's minutes, because Jordan Goodwin had 12 minutes tonight, and a lot of stuff that he doesn't show up on the stat sheet. He only had 4 points and 2 rebounds, but defensively he did some really good things. He's a hustle player. He missed a couple chippy shots too that I was surprised that he missed. But like I said, that first quarter, everybody was bricking. Any news on Kleber? You know what? I was hoping he would be back by playoffs. Let me see if I can find out what's going on with his injury status. Yeah, he's out indefinitely, man. Let's see, he's set to be reevaluated next week, so he might be able to come back before the regular season ends. Now, if he comes, I think that could help a lot. Give us a little bit of size, give us a little bit of extra rebounding, just and he can shoot. And we just need some more big guys. So it says he might be able to come back. He should be reevaluated this week. He might be able to come back before the end of the season. That's the hope. The hope is that he can come back before the end of the season. Terrell, how many games did you think we could win this season? And how many games do you think we'll win? I'll go back to the schedule again, so you could, make an educated guess on, because right now we 49 and hold on. Right now we are 49 and 40. I'm sorry, 46 and 29. 46 and 29. I'm sorry, we're 46 and 29. And the games we have left. Let's see what games we have left. Oh, we would have to win out to get 50. Okay, so I read that wrong. We would have to win out to get 50. So we got the Warriors, Thunder, Mavericks, and the Trailblazers. Okay, I'll say we'll probably hit 49. 48, 49. I thought maybe 47 before the trade deadline. Yeah, I think we might end around 49. We could end 50, but we really got to win out. But I don't know if we're going to get the Thunder again. But I wouldn't be mad at 49. Hopefully we can get 49. We have 47 right now, 46 right now. So we could win. If we win 3 out of 4, we'll get to 49. If we win out, we can get to 50 realistically. It's been a heck of a season. It almost feels like we've had 2 different seasons, right? Like the season before the trade deadline was one team. The season after the trade deadline has been another team with Luka Doncic, Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe coming alive, Don Connect coming back. It really feels like we've had 2 different seasons. But I will say, I feel like our bench is deep, and I don't think a lot of people talk about that enough. Like our team is pretty deep, man. Like that's why I think even those nights where we have bad nights, we still can pull some things off, because you got Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Austin Reeves, Vanderbilt, Finney-Smith. Alex Lynn ain't gave us a damn thing, but Goodwin, Gabe Vincent, and some nights when you need somebody to just come in and whoop some ass, you bring in Trey Jemison. you know, Trey Jemison haven't been getting a lot of run lately, though. I think they're starting to get closer and tightening up for our playoff roster, like the guys we're going to be using in the playoffs. So I'm trying to see, is there anybody else should get some run? No, Christian Coloco. I would like to see Markeith get a little run, but they must know something we don't, because I feel like Markeith, you know, he's a tough guy. Markeith is a tough guy. He's a good rebounder, and he can hit a big three when you need it. Like he did, you know, he did well for us in the playoffs. And I don't know, they might be even saving him for the playoffs. We might get a little bit of burn out of him in the playoffs. We'll see. So the preview of the next game, like I said, the next game up, we have the Warriors. And the Warriors have been hooping, man. The Warriors have actually been on a tear since they got Jimmy Butler. So we're going to have to, you know, watch out for the Warriors. Right now, the Warriors are number 6, and they are like 43-31. So they're like, well, they got 2 more losses than us and 3 more. So it's like they're like almost like 4 or 5 games back from us. We're 2 up on the Grizzlies now, which is good. So we're in 4th. I think we might end up ending in 4th place. But if the Nuggets slip a little bit, we still got a chance to take the number 3 spot. You know, the Nuggets slip, because right now the Nuggets are 47-28, and we're 46-29. Literally, you know, like a game apart. So if the Nuggets slip, let's see who the Nuggets got for the rest. The Nuggets got Timberwolves, the Warriors, the Kings, and the Rockets. So it's still, we can still be in play to get that 3rd spot. We can still be in play to get that 3rd spot. I don't think we can catch the Rockets. They're 3 games up on us, unless the Rockets lose like the next 2 or 3 games. But, and y'all know, of course, Thunder won 63 games. They're on a 10-game win streak. They're on fire. That team is a problem. But I still feel like we might have something for them in the playoffs. That's just how I feel personally, just because of, you know, their youth. But I don't know, man, 63 games. Them boys ain't no joke. But like I said, if the Nuggets lose 2, because they last 10 games, they 5-5. They went like, you know, they 5-5. So they playing 50 ball, you know what I mean? So we'll see. I think, like I said, there's still a chance. The Grizzlies, who weirdly fired their coach, they in 5th place and was winning, and fired their coach 2 weeks before the playoffs. I do not understand that move, but they're on a 3-game losing streak now. Because they was like, it felt like they was inching up and gaining on us, but now they falling by the wayside. So it looked like the Warriors might overtake them. Like the Warriors might actually, I think the Warriors might end up in 5th the way that they're playing, but we'll see. It's going to be an interesting playoff run. Like I said, the West, as it stands now, without the play-in and all that, you know, the Thunder will be playing the Clippers in the first round. The Rockets will be playing the Timberwolves. That'll be a crazy matchup right there. The Nuggets will be playing the Warriors. I think that'd probably be bad news for the Warriors, but it could be for the Nuggets because of the way that the Warriors are playing. And we will have the Grizzlies. And I feel like we could beat the Grizzlies in the 7-game series. I'm not mad at getting the Grizzlies in the first round. And I know LeBron always got something personal for, you know, for the Grizzlies, and some beef that he got with the Grizzlies. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, look, we in good shape, guys. We in good shape. 46 wins tonight. Like I said, we can get to 49. I think we get to 48, 49 wins by the end of the season. I think we can end in the spot that we in now, you know, which I would prefer. I think we can end in that 4th spot, maybe the 3rd, you know, maybe the 3rd. because even if the Warriors overtake the Grizzlies and we end up in third, we'll still get the Grizzlies. So it looks like we either going to be playing the Grizzlies or the Warriors in the first round. The Warriors going to give us all we can handle. The Warriors going to give us hell. But luckily, the Warriors aren't that big in the middle either. So they won't give us the problems that, you know, teams like the Nuggets have given us in the past. But, you know, also our coach, man, he been kicking ass. So he's been game planning really well. So I'm interested to see how he'll game plan in the playoff series, how he'll game plan and how he'll adjust. Because that's what's going to show, you know, his mettle. That's where his mettle is going to be tested. We're going to see what kind of coach he is. We're going to see what he got going on, like what's really under the hood, when he got to make adjustments on the fly, when he got to get, you know, players like Reeves and Luka, when he got to get them free. And I think they saving some wrinkles, you know, like all good coaches do, saving some wrinkles for the playoffs that they're not letting people see yet. So, yeah, thank everybody for watching. Thank everybody for joining. Make sure you share to all your Laker fans, your Laker friends, even the Laker haters. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. Let me see what day is the next game. I'm gonna try to do post games at least until the end of the season. If not post game the night of, maybe I'll do post game the day after during the day, depending on, you know, what my schedule's like. My schedule's doing, but I want to try to do post games till the end of the season, just so we can hop on here, talk about what we saw, how we feel about the game, how we feel about our momentum going into the playoffs. All right, so thank everybody for watching. This has been Worldwide Laker Talk. I will see you guys next time.
It's about what doing it big or going home. I'm focused on my plan, in my mind in the zone. I wanna be one of the greatest that ever made it, one of the best that did it, coming with it. Understand this is all I think about, all I ever wanna do, all I ever work for. So ain't no giving up, and up to the limit just to win it is a must.